For majority of Americans, living paycheck to paycheck is a scarcity mindset. In today's video, we're going to be talking about shifting that mindset and looking at it in a different light. Now, when you look, most of the experiences that you have with money either come from your parents, they come from past experiences. If you've been able to pay your bills or actually take care of everything in your past, most of the time that will continue. If you've struggled with money in the past, most of the time that will continue as well. This mindset can lead to a fear of spending, really looking at financial struggles, trying to say, hey, you don't have enough, you're not going to have enough, you're never going to be enough, you're never going to afford this. That is the scarcity mindset that a majority of us are taught, sometimes from our parents, sometimes from other individuals that have an influence in our life. Now, being brought up with this again is really hard to shift unless you do it mentally and you think about it on a regular basis. Now, on the flip side of this, looking at an abundant mindset, it is really the contrasting point of this and focusing on you're going to have favorable financial outcomes. It eliminates the fear of spending or not making enough money to make ends meet and allows your energy to positively flow towards your finances. To make this shift, there are a couple directions that we're going to look at, with number one being the money needs direction, guys. Now, again, this is something that I've always talked about and I will continue. When it comes to money needing direction, it starts with a budget. It starts with a financial plan. It starts with giving your money a clear direction. Now, again, a lot of times I do utilize the teachings of Dave Ramsey. Every dollar has a purpose. Every dollar has a place. Every dollar has to be accounted for in a budget. I know a lot of people that I talk to or a lot of people that I hear from say it takes time to do a budget. Is it worth it, guys? When you think of if I'm spending 10 or 15 minutes to create a budget or review my budget every single month, is it worth it, or is it more important to spend time on the internet, on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you may be doing that is not concerned about your finances? You have to make sure and structure exactly how you're going to plan your finances. Now, this also puts in the mindset of the abundancy. Money requires direction to meet a financial goal. If you're looking to save for retirement, if you're looking to go on vacation, if you're looking at college planning for your kids, anything that has a financial impact in your life, you need money to really coincide and go in the direction of achieving those goals that you've set for yourself. Number two, cutting the emotional spending. Acknowledgement, emotional spending is probably one of the most common issues that we've seen, and it needs to be controlled during life's challenges. Now, with the amount of social media that we have, even looking on TV, where it's Black Friday, it's sales, it's 30% off, 50% off. Marketing has been incredibly effective at getting us to buy things and buy a lot of things that you don't need and we don't need. Why do you have an iPhone 7 when you can have a 9? Why have a 9 when you can have a 12? And the 15 just came out. Why not upgrade to the 15? We can add it to your bill. We can pay over 3 years. We can pay over 5 years. You can pay for it and get a new phone every 2 years. Again, the spending at some point has to stop with getting new products and services, getting new memberships, and everything seems to be almost like a subscription service that I'm seeing nowadays, where average Americans are paying around $240 per month for subscription services. So let that sink in a little bit on how much you're spending. Now, also understanding that money can ease emotional pain. When a lot of people have struggles in life, they'll turn to spending money to really support the emotional. That can be super detrimental to your financial habits and your financial plan, especially if you are utilizing that budget. Number three, money is personal, not relative. Avoid comparing your financial situations to anyone else, guys. This is the keeping up with the Joneses. This is the lifestyle creep. This is the entitlement, really, that a lot of people see when it comes to money, where I got a promotion at work, I need a new car. I got a promotion at work, or I got a better job, I need a bigger house. I need this or not that. It really goes into, it invokes a feeling of a lack of an envy for other individuals, guys. You have to be happy with yourself before you're going to be happy with anyone else. And you'll quickly realize as you're buying things that they really don't have the value. There's a really strong trade-off if you're going to, one hand, buy more things, or two, enjoy more life experiences. For a majority of us, we cannot do both. So that might mean, hey, we're going to restrict our spending for a little while because we want to save more for retirement, because we want to go on that dream vacation, because you want to see your kids go to college. It is really a give and take. And when you look at kind of the cost advantage of that is, if you're not spending money in one place, you can budget that money elsewhere into other places. Now, number 4, changing your money script. This is another one, guys. Identify and shift any negative thoughts you have about your financial limitations, because essentially you're drawing a line in the sand. That is the way that I see it, where you say, I am never going to be successful because of XYZ. You're physically and mentally giving yourself an excuse on exactly why you're not going to be able to do something. I'm not going to be able to afford a vacation. I'm not going to be able to afford this or that. The negative script and the negative self-talk I see with an incredible amount of people impacts your feelings, impacts your actions, impacts the results that you're going to see. Transforming them really creates an entire mind shift, and really it can change your entire life, guys. When you start thinking positively about money and also looking at money without the emotional aspect, and that is another big one. When you look at money, money is a tool to get things that you need. It is not for the wants. It is not for the desires. A lot of people overspend with money, and we really do have to cut back as a nation. As we encroach well over $1 trillion in credit card debt, we're coming up on $2 trillion in auto loan debt. It is incredible the amount of debt that we're carrying. Now, the final one, guys, consider ETF, or the emotional freedom technique. That is right. When you think of a scarcity mindset, this can help you identify exactly what you're looking for. Anytime that it is there, they consider tapping. And again, this is something from an article that if you're tapping, this technique uses dietary stimulations to break your mental block associated with money, leading to transforming results. Kind of interesting to think, when you have a tick or a nervous thing, you can actually counteract it. And as you do this over time, you will condition your body differently. And this is kind of the EFT, the emotional freedom technique, or the tapping, to really trigger what you want or how the behaviors that you're looking for. So anytime that you have the negative behavior, you can do something. Again, there can be a multitude of ways. So in summary, guys, achieving financial abundance requires a shift in mindset from a scarcity mindset to a positive mindset when it comes in relationship to money. Giving money a solid direction, addressing your emotional spending, avoiding comparison, and changing negative money scripts while exploring techniques like the EFT can pave the way to a more abundant future for you and your family. Remember, examining and transforming your life and your mindset is entirely up to you, guys. It is a personal commitment to being successful in shifting the mindset. Again, anytime that you think that you can't do something when it comes to your finances, come up with 3 ways that you can do it. And then after time, you'll slowly consider them, and you'll think of those first, and slowly the negative mindset or the negative connotation with money will go away in its entirety. Very cool to think about switching your mindset, and I'll catch you in the next video.